Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Scorpio January 29, 2023. You're seeking spiritual or emotional refreshment today, but you can feel a bit sapped in spots. Push-pull energy can happen before you arrive at a better understanding of a matter. The tendency to stretch your mind and dream up ideal scenarios is strong, especially with money and relationships. Keep in mind that important details may be missing now and need attention later. Routines seem less tolerable, yet you can't quite get on board with avoiding them entirely, especially later today, when the moon moves into your sector of work and health. If you can think up ways to satisfy your need for variety and desire to keep things quiet and secure, you'll have a much more enjoyable day. Freedom is not only a lifestyle for you, it's an expectation. This has never been truer than ever since the great awakener planet Uranus entered into your solar house of productivity. This has certainly shaken things up, especially around your daily routine and your employment. However, it's made it quite clear how you need a healthy work and life balance that will bring you time for personal and romantic pleasure. Use this energy to find creative and constructive solutions to approach life going forward rather than letting your responsibilities or job control you. Be secure with what you have created or with whatever you are working on. You might feel insecure with your passion projects, talents, and ideas when Mercury in Capricorn squares Chiron in Aries. A comment could rub you the wrong way, which may cause some doubt about the value of your work and what you could pursue. Instead of feeding into this insecurity, you can consider this square as the perfect opportunity to regain your confidence in your work. You have many wonderful attributes that could help you feel more self-assured with your creative ventures. Believe in yourself. While the moon's return to your work sector today is a valuable chance to check in on work and job matters, this will amplify what is already set to be an empowering few days on the income and job fronts. This first visit since Uranus turned direct here 5 and since Mercury's direct turn in your income sector 9 days ago comes just as they are moving into their third friendly aspect in just 6 weeks. You sometimes deal with emotional turmoil by keeping it very much under wraps, and not really letting others see what you are feeling. It's like you are afraid things will only get worse if you let other people know how you really are right now. This approach stems from your survival instinct and can sometimes cause you unnecessary suffering. To circumvent this tendency, go for a workout when you are feeling blue. If you still feel blue afterwards, go ahead and spill your guts to a friend. Consider the course your life is now traveling and think about whether or not it's going as you planned. This day is one that is rich with your own essence, and taking some introspective time will be most fruitful for you. If you notice that you aren't as happy as you could be in any area, give time to thinking about what needs to happen. By allowing yourself to connect within, you keep yourself on the right track. Just because the moon will leave a playful and creative part of your chart and return to your busy work sector today doesn't mean life will become all work and no play. The moon leaves behind 4 planets that are just warming up while returning just as work and job matters have received the green light. Because the moon will start the day connected with planets on one side of life's fence but end the day connected to those on the other side, this allows for a more objective look at how to balance work and play. When Venus, the planet of love, left your communication sector yesterday, she wrapped up her mission to give your heart and your relationships a voice. A day on the Sun is not only here but moving into a friendly aspect to Mars in your relationship sector, something that is not only taking over from where Venus left off but moving things to the next level. At the same time, the moon is wrapping up its first visit to your romantic sector for the year, making it easier to give your heart a voice. Our eyes in the sky. Mercury in Capricorn squares off with healing centaur Chiron, currently in Aries. This transit gives us a chance to understand and process the deep wounds that need to be healed within ourselves. Also, we might feel moved to check in on those people who aren't in a good emotional place and show that we care. Being there for others in their time of need is extremely important now. Action you take today may significantly annoy someone else in your workplace. Other people's moods are going to put a damper on you and your work, but this is no reason to slow down or change course. Continue on regardless of others. A tendency to push yourself forward creates an adverse impression with the people you meet. Even if it's not intentional, your attitude disrupts any potential for things to run smoothly. Try to restrain yourself. Otherwise, you're unlikely to impress anyone since your boastful manner makes you seem conceited and unapproachable. Full of positive energy, the composure you're able to show is obvious for all to see and indicates that your mind and body are in total harmony. Allow others to share in your positive outlook. Try to get them to join you in your regime for healthy sporting activity or exercise routines. You find you're a good motivator. Are you in need of money to invest in new projects? Then go ahead with your plans, because circumstances are favorable. Friends who give you advice are being honest with you for the most part. If you want to purchase something, you can do it now. You will make the right choice and won't be misled by sales staff. In the pre-dawn hours, Mercury in Capricorn squares off with Chiron in Aries, making communication a challenge. Today's events cause us to feel insecure or ignorant. Instead of backing off when we experience a conflict, we double down. Others fail to understand our logic and our worst fears become a self-fulfilling prophecy, that we may not know as much as we think. Ultimately, forcing ourselves to overcome misunderstandings or projections makes us better communicators. But it won't feel like it today. Not until we have some distance from our current dilemma will we be able to understand its significance. You're not making the headway you think you ought to be making. Feeling confined, you want to make some changes to your life. You need to put the new ideas and plans you have into action. Don't delay any longer. If you share your thoughts and ideas with those closest to you, you're able to rely on their steadfast support for the future. You may find yourself rushing from one place to another. People demand your attention and want to involve you in their conversations. The sound advice you can contribute, provide the necessary impetus required to implement new schemes or ideas that result. Take some well-deserved leisure time for yourself. After sunup, Mercury opposes Pallas, the goddess asteroid of sacred wisdom, in Cancer. This aspect is a frustrating complement to the Mercury-Chiron square. We feel inept and unable to visualize a path forward in our predicament. It appears there are too many hurdles to overcome to anticipate any kind of victory. However, because Pallas is currently retrograde, we are encouraged to reconsider our plans without stressing over their future implementation. Back up and get perspective. The more you push your point, the less headway you are going to make. Consider a holistic approach to this issue. Perhaps you should be listening and empathizing more than speaking.